Stage 5 of Tirreno-Adriatico, the race between two seas, and it's La Tappa dei Muri, the stage of the walls. 205 kilometres in total for the riders to contest with, and 9 tough and demanding climbs all along the way. 3 of them to be categorised for the Grand Prix Montagne. Battle for the King of the Mountains competition, just one of the minor plot lines running through another thrilling week of racing in the UCI World Tour. Sawtooth profile to be dealt with for the riders as they race through the Marche region of Italy. Adriatic coast will beckon for the weekend, but for now the mountains offering an opportunity for some stage hunting glory. Would it be from the early break? Dries de Bont from flag drop straight into action for the second day in succession up the road. The Belgian rider with the Decathlon AG Tour Le Mondial squad, leading a group of 7 clear of the field, up to a maximum advantage of 6 3/4 minutes. Select group working well to extend their advantage. 2 riders from the Alpecin de Koenig squad in there. And first rider to wilt, Francisco Muniz from the Polti Visit Malta squad, the Spanish rider, feeling the pinch and the relentless climbing. Paul Ursulan attending to a little bit of difficulty at the top of the first of 3 classified climbs along the way, and the green jersey on the shoulders of Manuele Tarozzi scooping the maximum points. He would all but secure the mountains title by the end of the day. Behind in the main peloton, they realised that the gap was starting to get a little bit dangerous, and the pursuit began in earnest with Doman Novak and others chasing behind. Eddie Dunbar starting the day 7th overall for the Jaco Lula squad, coming down in a crash with Florian Stork, and the Irish rider Dunbar unfortunately forced to abandon. Nasty looking fall from which he jumped up quickly, but too injured to continue. Meanwhile, the main peloton continuing to leak riders under the relentless pursuit of the breakaway group, which had reduced in size down to 5 riders inside the final 30 kilometres. Tarozzi taking another maximum haul of 5 points at the penultimate climb of the day. And the main peloton getting into colour block order to present the GC favourites and the best climbing and classics riders into prime position into the conclusion of the stage. Nicolas Proudhon racing clear with hopes of stage glory. Chris Hamilton too from the Picnic Post NL squad, given an opportunity to see what he was capable of as EF Education Easy Post propelled Esteban Chavez north, and joining up with Nicolas Proudhon in a counter-attacking group that weren't able to get on terms with the breakaway riders up front. Meanwhile, 2-time Tirreno-Adriatico winner Nairo Quintana launching the next attack to try and get clear of the main peloton in pursuit of the 5-rider group, which was being whittled down to 3 and then just 1. As Frederick de Versnes of the UNO-X Mobility squad raced clear within the final 2 kilometres of the final climb of the day, summit of which would be reached within 7.5 kilometres of the finish line in Pergola. Tarozzi drawn back into the fold without being able to add to his mountains total, but he'd have enough at the end of the day to hold that green jersey through to the end of the weekend. Meanwhile, behind, Juan Ayuso started the day 2nd overall in the lead of the young rider competition. Well to the fore in the closing moments of the final, Hilltown Pidcock launching an attack to try and draw the riders clear, but Filippo Ganna well in attendance. The stage 1 time trial winner for the Ineos Grenadiers squad in the Maglia Azzurra of overall race leadership, still very much capable of staying with the very best climbing talent in the race. Into the closing moments, and Frederick de Versnes, having been in the break for over 200 kilometres, with just a handful of seconds over the chasing group behind, and racing up the final ramp inside the final 500 metres as attacks continued behind. Tom Pidcock and others, Mathieu van der Poel, desperate and frantic and realising that the stage was going to elude them. 27 years of age from Egersund in Norway, Frederik de Versnes raising his arms in delight at securing a first ever victory for the Uno X Mobility squad in Tirreno-Adriatico. First win for Norway since 2012. And Mathieu van der Poel leading in the group behind for second on a day of what might have been for the former world champion and three-time Tirreno-Adriatico stage winner. De Versnes joining Van der Poel and others on that roll of honour. His first World Tour success. De Versnes just a handful of seconds in hand over the Van der Poel-led group, with Roger Adria sprinting well again, Julia Ciccone thereabouts, Alexander Buru, Tom Pidcock, Romain Gregoire, Tobias Holland, Peo Bilbao, Simona Velasco, all in the top 10. Frederik de Versnes at the top of the tree. Relief for Filippo Ganna, still in the blue jersey ahead of the penultimate stage. A late race mechanical, but he still got the time of the group he was in. Jaime Ayuso remains 22 seconds down as the riders head towards the sixth stage, the Queen stage, and the demands of the long road to Frontignano from Cartoceto. 163 kilometres in prospect for the riders. 2 classified climbs along the way, and the second of those, the summit finish, the 7.5 kilometre ramp up to Frontignano, will decide the destination of overall honours of Tirreno-Adriatico 2025.